games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to the QPR Career Mode. Now you've probably noticed this is in fact a video and not a stream. It's fairly straightforward to notice that in the fact that it's a video and not, you get what I mean. Basically, I personally think that bringing the Career Mode back to videos is going to be much better going forward. It means that people can watch the videos and catch up with it, instead of feeling like they've missed the stream and then not wanting to catch up with it. I've always personally preferred doing the Career Mode where you actually play the games on videos instead of doing them on streams. Plus I find it a little bit easier to concentrate on the games and try and get the best results possible. So my plan is, instead of doing sort of like an hour and a half length stream once a week, I'm going to try and do 2 Career Mode episodes as videos every single week instead. Now if this doesn't work out and this isn't what people prefer, then of course I will go back to the streaming it every single Tuesday, but I just thought this helps us get through the Career Mode nice and quickly because it's been a little bit slow and that's no one's fault but my own. So enough chit chat, let's just get into the Career Mode. As you can see, our next game is up against Stoke, who are currently top of the table, having a much better time of things in the Career Mode than they are in real life. So I'm going to get up against the game, show you guys the lineup we're going to run with, and I think we're just going to carry on and crack straight back into the Career Mode. Just in case people haven't been able to keep up with the streams, just to get you all nice and caught up with the team, this is the main team we're going to be running with. Players that we've signed while we've been streaming is pretty much, I think, just Deng, who we brought in as a nice rotation option at right back going forward, because the only right backs we've got are Kane, who I'm not massively impressed with in game, at least for me, and Rangel, who's obviously on the older side of things. So Deng can be a good rotation option at centre back, but can also fill in at right back long term for us. Other than that, I think the team is pretty much the same as it was when we first made the signings initially at the start of this, when it was videos instead of being streams. But this is the lineup we're going with today. Bright Asai Samuel on the bench because he's a really good impact sub for us and his stamina is a little bit low. Otherwise, Wells in for Hugel, I think, was the only other change we made from the last game, which again would have been on streams. That's going to be a lot easier to keep up with now that it's in videos. Here we are at the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium, home against Stoke. Going to be a tricky old game, but hopefully one that we can win. Obviously top of the table against us, 3rd place at the table. Hopefully we can just come out here with a decent result. A win would be amazing, helps us catch up on a little bit of ground, but we're level on points with 2nd place that I think is Leeds. I might be wrong there, don't quote me on that. But it's going to be a big 3 points if we can win them. As you can see, I'm in my coat, feeling nice and warm. Let's get into it, see if we've still got it. Good bit of play here from Stoke. They get it into Vokes. Tony Leisner, though, not taking any nonsense. It's because I was itching my nose. Nonsense. That's what I tried to say. But they do get a corner right on the edge of the box. Hopefully we can get this one out. They've got a bit of a routine going on here. They've rolled it short. Klukas to Badu. We do block the first one and Vokes spoons the second one. Manning looking to set Ilias Chair away, and he does do that. Can Chair get the turn? No, he doesn't need to. It's an interesting first touch. That's got to be a foul. It's got to be a booking, I think, as well. I think it's Smith who's taken us out there. Looking at it, it's yellow. Yeah, I think yellow is definitely fair. That was a good turn from Ilias, and Smith was having none of it, mate. Where are we going to put this? I'm actually going to go all the way over here. Going to whip this all the way across here to Manning, who's going to take a touch and then smack it. I mean, I don't know who that hit in the face. I think that might be Tony Leisner. That's a shame. Poor pass there. It goes to Ilias, who can't quite get it out of his feet. We do keep it alive. Where are we going? Scowen. Go on, Eze, have a pop, mate. Alright then. Abire Eze, take a bow. Jack Butland playing like he did at the start of the season for Stoke, and Abire Eze finds the back of the net on his left peg. I wasn't even that convinced. I was basically just hoping for a corner or something. That is shocking. If that's Butland. Butland is like nearly an 80 rated keeper. And look at the way he... Oh, that is poor. That is poor from Butland. But you know what? Don't mind myself. I'll take that. Abire Eze getting another goal in the season. 10 goals now in the Championship for Abire Eze. 1-0 QPR. Good time management here. We're just taking our time building up. Naki Wells. I was waiting for the run from Eze, which is why it went that side. But he wasn't there. Ilias Chair, however, does pick up the pass that went out to him that wasn't intended for him in the first place. Ilias Chair tries to play it across. Good clearance from Shawcross, who I'm sure Stoke would like to see come back into the team, obviously with that injury at the start of the season. Eze finds Naki Wells. Surely Naki Wells drive it. What is Butland doing? This is a 78 plus. He's probably been upgraded by now. He's probably gone up in rating. The positioning there of Butland is appalling. And Naki Wells just drives it into that bottom corner. He kind of took a step back onto his line instead of coming out. I just want to see his positioning here. Where he is there, that depth is where he should be. Look, he's dropped backwards. That's shocking from Butland. But again, I do not mind. Nahki Wells makes it to, I don't know how many goals he's got this season, but 2-0 half an hour in is amazing. 13 goals for Nahki Wells. You love to see it, boys. You absolutely love to see it. Go on, score, mate. It's half time. Nahki Wells was just offside, otherwise I'd have played that early through ball. But 2-0 at half time is fantastic for us. Playing really well, really nice football. Shocking display from Butland. He has been abysmal, in all honesty. He two shots he should have done a lot better with. His positioning on the second one was poor, and the dive on the first one was actually woeful. We're going to keep the team as it is going into the second half. I think I'll take Eze off at some point if I can afford to rest him. Bring on Billy Gilmore, get him a bit of play time. But otherwise, sticking with the same 11, going straight back out. Second half, more of the same. Gooch with a really nice pick up in the middle of the park. And then Gooch with a great through ball. Abire Eze. Surely he can make it 3. Eze makes it 3. Easy work past Butland there. 3-0 to QPR. Top of the table, you don't expect to go and beat them like this, even if it's at home. But we've played some phenomenal football, and we deserve it, honestly. We deserve to be 3-0 up. Playing really, really nice stuff. Just a simple little turn onto his right foot and then just finesse it round. Nice and near the keeper. Butler maybe could have done better, but he dived a little bit late for it. But 3-0, Eze with his 11th goal of the season. They passed it around really nicely here. Vokes does go back to Allen. Can he find someone? He plays it out wide. And Bueller to Tommy Smith. It's a good little ball in. It's a good whip. But Juve heads it wide. Honestly, that's probably their best chance of the game. With their best real threat on target, or to go on target. They have headed it wide. But I have just taken off Abiri Eze for Billy Gilmore. And a bit of a shameless plug here. If you haven't seen the start of our new series, Eze to Glory, or it's an RTG, where we use Abiri Eze on Ultimate Team. Make sure you go check it out, link in the description, and it will also be at the end of the screen as a new series. So yeah, make sure you go check that out. Nahki Wells needed to make a bit of a run, but instead he's come short. Not quite what I wanted. That's a good ball though. Ilias Chair, it's too near to Butland. Good save. Well, that is a fantastic win. 3-0 at home against top of the table Stoke. They were 10 points clear before this game. We've narrowed that down to 7, and potentially we can move into second place depending on the result that Leeds had. But that's a big, big result for us. Massive, massive 3 points in the front of the home fans as well, which is always nice to do. But that first half, we were just clinical, played really, really well, and just put the game to bed, which is what you need to do in these scenarios. So my mistake, it wasn't Leeds, it was actually Fulham that were the team up in second place. We were joint on points with Leeds, but they got a draw. But we are still level on points with West Brom and Nottingham Forest, ahead of both by 3 goals. So that 3-0 win was a big, big result for us. Okay, so we are now going to go into our second game of the episode, which is away to Nottingham Forest. Now you can see a couple of changes in the lineup. Den coming in to start over Todd Kane. I'd like to try and get him a good start. I think this is actually his first proper start for the team, so this will be interesting to see how he does. Dominic Ball comes in for Matt Smith because Ball did ask to play, and I'm more than happy to rotate where possible. Bright Asai Samuel comes back into the squad, and Huge will start over Nahki Wells, just rotating the strikers because we've got a lot of good strikers in the club. Okay, here we are, a very, very tough away game to Nottingham Forest. Not a team to overlook. I think my brain is atrocious. In my head, I said that they were one of the teams we're up in the top like 4 or 5 with, but my brain is abysmal. I could be completely wrong. If they're fighting for relegation, I apologise. But I'm fairly sure in this they will not be anywhere near the bottom of the table. A very, very good team. It's going to take a lot to get 3 points today, but that's what we're hoping for. Then getting some early touches on the ball, which is always good to see. Hopefully he can have a good game for us today, because like I said, long term I'd like him to be an option at either centre-back or right-back for the club going forward. But a nice ball there from Hugel to Abire Eze. Eze is going to see that run from Bright. Bright on his left foot. It's a good block, but he can't block the second one. There it is. Bright Asai Samuel with a great goal, nice and early. Bright Asai Samuel in real life in some real form right now. Good to see him getting some good form for us as well. Somebody I'd like to have in this career mode long term, because I'm a big, big fan of his. I think he's one of the best players at the moment at the club. So it'd be great to see if I can get him to stay at the club long term and do really, really well. Good to see him get a goal. Really clinical finish right in that bottom corner. Bright Asai Samuel making it 1-0, 6 minutes in. Playing well. Dang. Out muscling Carvalho really, really well there. Good play from him. Oh, that's a really good turn. We can't get it to him, but Donball and Kelly between them getting it out and stopping the goal. A bit of sloppy defence from us. We just let Mur through very, very easily, but Kelly with the save and Ball with the block, I guess, to get it out for the corner. Can we keep the corner out? Seems so. Thankfully, they missed that there with that interception. Eze, edge of the box, gets it to Hugel. What's Hugel going to do? It's a nice little layoff. Eze, can he get anything from it? Oh, he can't quite. Well, he did get the shot away, but it was blocked. I think he kind of scuffed it just a little bit, which is a real shame because it was a good little chance. Nice little bit of build-up. Going to see the half out here. Don ball, bringing it down. End of the first half. A bit scrappy. Had a couple of moments where they were through and played some nice football, and we either stopped the shot effectively or the shot was saved. Kelly's had a good amount to do in this first half, so he's been under a little bit of pressure, but hopefully we can keep up the chances. This great chance here, like that got us the lead. That chance near the end there with Eze. In regards to making changes, again, I think I'm going to keep with it for this first half. Hugel's been a little bit unlucky and doesn't quite suit the play style we're going for, really going forward. Lolly on the edge of the box. Lolly, one of the danger men here, doing really, really well. Gets a good pass into Samba Sao. Thiago Silva is offside. Thank the Lord for that. That would have been really bad. Really grateful for that flag coming up. But we do make a change. Ilias Chair coming off for Gassama. I've actually changed to a 4-4-2 flat. Eze playing on the left. The 2 CDM staying in centre mid, but having a second striker up there with Hugel. Hopefully Gassama and Hugel can work together to maybe make some more chances for each other. Like I said, Hugel in the first half, not massively effective. And if this doesn't work out, then at some point I'll take Hugel off and we'll go back to our 4-2-3-1. So I wasn't talking there because I was fairly confident I could keep that out. Boy, was I wrong. A really, really incisive pass into the middle there. The assist for that is just a really good defence splitting pass. Like I said, genuinely thought I was comfortable keeping that out. I was very, very wrong here. Deng was pulled out of position, couldn't get back. He's not the quickest. He's good physicality, but hasn't got the pace really to match that. But a really, really easy, good finish. Just left foot across the goal from, I didn't see who it was, sorry. I think it's Rafa Siao or how Mia, that's it. Mia, I can't remember his name. This lad, this guy here, Rafa Mir, that's it. That's your name, mate. You're welcome. 1-1, and to be fair, probably deserved. Eze with a really nice turn, leaves the winger for dead there. We get it to Hugel. He's going to try and get it back to Eze. He does. Eze takes the shot, and it is wide. Not the best effort. Didn't get deflected, so it is a goal kick. This is probably the last chance of the game. Carvalho has switched that really well. I thought he'd overhit that, but actually has a really good switch. Out. Kelly, mate, I need you here. Tony Larson up to it well. We've got to keep this out. Got to keep this out. Don't let them get another chance. Do not let that ball in the box, Tony. Good lad, Tony. And honestly, just get that ball away. That is full time. Probably a fair reflection there. Probably weren't many highlights to show you in that second half. A lot of scrappy passing from both teams. A lot of possession loss in sort of the middle third of the pitch. Not great. Not a real good game there, full stop. So disappointing loss of points after being 1-0 up. But honestly, I think the 4-4-2 didn't work out. And Gassama really brought nothing to the table since coming on. Hugel and Gassama, not the players for me. Okay, on to the third game of the episode, and we are home against Derby. This is going to be a tough game. First, it'll be really interesting to see if Wayne Rooney is actually at the club, because technically in real life, it's February in this career mode, so he actually would have moved to Derby in real life, or at least he has. He's played a couple of times for them already. So it'll be interesting to see if he's actually there. But in regards to our team, Grant Hall comes in for Barbe, who is dropped to the bench. Jeff Cameron comes in for Josh Scowen, and Naki Wells back in the team up front. Kane also makes a return to right back. But the main thing here is if Wells has a really, really good game for us, I do think he is the main man going forward for the rest of the season, because realistically, we're in the playoffs. We need to stay at least in that top 3 or 4. Back for the second time this episode at the Key and Prince Foundation Stadium, this time against a Derby side that'll be looking to try and pick up 3 points against us, just like we're going to try and pick up against them. I'm going to see if in the lineup I can pick out Wayne Rooney. I'm not overly convinced he's going to be there. If he is, that's actually really, really cool, because like I said, you know, it's that level of realism because he's there in real life now. But I would be very, very surprised. I haven't picked him up. I can't see him anywhere in the players it's showing, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's there, which is a real shame. But regardless, let's get into the game. Need another 3 points. 7 points from a possible 9 this episode would be really, really good. Naki Wells, nice. Gets it to Eze. Back to Naki Wells. He's trying to charge at this defence here. Hasn't got much on. Plays that through ball. Iberieze, he spooned it wide. It doesn't get blocked from the defender, which I thought it did. Considering the goal he scored against Stoke, you'd assume him to put that at least on target, even if it was with his left foot. That's a shame. Got a chance to whip it in. They do find that chance and Marriott heads it over. Not the best effort from him, but one of the better chances this game. Apart from that Eze chance early on, there's really not been much to show you. Really good through ball there. Kane finds Bright Asar Samuel, who's bursting through. We're going to smash it far post, and it goes, I think, underneath the keeper, and Bright Asar Samuel makes it 2 goals for himself in the episode. Really, again, happy to see him bagging these goals. It's really, really good to see. So really, really happy for him. Absolutely chuffed to see him doing a bit and doing well for himself. That's the main thing here, because again, he's somebody we want to try and use long term. Nice strike on that right foot across the goal, making it 1-0 to Queen's Park Rangers. Now we've got to hold on to it. Ilias Chair with a bit of time and space. Simple pass off to Eze. Wells. Finds Chair. Bright Asar Samuel to Chair. What a strike that is. Let's bear in mind, yes, we've been training Chair. He is a 69 rated left or right midfielder who smashed that top corner. That is a thunderous strike. The build up there was gorgeous. This pass here and then the pass from Bright splits that defence wide open, and Chair with an absolute rocket into that top right hand corner. Really happy to see Chair get a goal as well. Some of these youngsters who haven't been getting as many goals as people, for example, like Iberieze, that's his 5th in the league. Big ups to Ilias Chair, 2-0. And that goal came right on the stroke of half time. Mate, I'm really happy now. Going in at half time 2-0 up is it's a complete different story to going in 1-0 up, because like I said, half of very few chances. To go in 2-0 up when you haven't really been producing too much is really good. We are going to make a change there. We're going to bring on Billy Gilmore for Matt Smith. Again, I just want to try and get Gilmore some more game time. I know he's more attacking than defensive, but we're going to play him at that CDM role. Might pick the ball up a couple of times and drive forward with it. Cameron can do most of the defensive work for us. I said at the start of the game, interesting to see if Wells can get into the game a lot. Apart from that second goal, not involved in very much at all. A lot of our play has come from the wings, however. So second half, we'll see if he can be a bit more impactful. But let's get that win. Bright Asar Samuel does really well to come across and win that. Eze plays it into Naki Wells, who's got a really good chance here. I didn't really give him much to do there when I dragged that towards his left foot, but he got a good shot away. Good save from the keeper though. Naki Wells, how have you brought that down? How have you brought that down? I did not expect to get anything from that. That header from Cameron was really, really good. The touch and turn from Naki Wells there was phenomenal. Then on his left foot, drives it across, bottom corner. Fantastic goal. I did not expect at all anything from that. Look, this little touch there. He turned, brought it out. It's a bit of a P-roller, but you know what? If they go in, they go in, and that is all that matters. 3-0 Naki Wells. I think that's like his 14th goal for the season now. Big ups to Naki Wells. 3-0 against Derby. Massive, massive result if we can hold on to this. We don't do very well getting rid of that. Anya now on the ball. Couple of step overs. Hey, Tony ain't having none of that. And Tiddy gives it away. Evans, Grant Hall, Evans again. What is going on? They hit the post. Evans gets the rebound. A weird minute or so there of football, but ends up in the back of our goal, which isn't nice. A clean sheet would have been great, but it wasn't to be. Evans making it 3-1, giving the Derby fans something to cheer about. But I mean, he had about 4 shots, so I think eventually it was going to go in, and it did. 3-1, not long left. We should be able to hold on. I'm just going to play sensibly. Cameron in a nice pass to Gilmore. Look at that run. I wanted it out to Chair. Gassama intercepted. Chair goes to Gassama, who scuffs it. I wanted that on his right and to whip it. I think that is all she wrote. It is another win for QPR. Happy to get another 3 points, obviously. Gutted to have not kept the clean sheet, but 3 goals, 3 points. That's the main thing here. A pretty good performance. A bit of a scrappy goal to concede, but all in all, I think a well-deserved win. That is where we're going to leave today's episode. We are currently in 4th place on 70 points. We're 6 points ahead of Leeds to stay in the playoff places, but we are 5 points short of being in those automatic spots behind Fulham. So a bit of ground to make up to try and get into those automatics. Honestly, a good finish for us right now would be finish in the playoffs and then try our best to get up in the playoffs and just really try and make a go at promotion in this first season. I think we have the squad, and honestly I think doing it by videos where I can concentrate on the games a little bit more, it should be a bit more achievable. But the next episode will start off with a bang as we are in the cup final against Manchester United. Should be an interesting one. Kind of crazy we're even in a cup final. Has a good chance at winning some silverware nice and early on, but United will not be an easy game. But you know, got to watch it in the next episode. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Of course, leave a like if you did. Make sure to let me know if you think the videos are a better idea. It helps us get this out hopefully up to twice a week. I plan on uploading it still on Tuesdays and then try and get another episode out later on in the week, maybe even on the weekend. But yeah, leave a like if you think that's a good idea. Comment down below to let me know who you think the starting striker should be. I'm currently in favour of Naki Wells, but let me know your guys' thoughts. And of course, subscribe if you're new around here. Turn on the notification bell to be told anytime we upload a video, or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. And of course, I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I hope to see you all soon. Look after yourselves.
Whoop. Let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.